Now, if I was to ask majority of you guys, which I do if you're my clients, I ask you, what is your goal? And almost always, every single one of you, some reluctantly, but most of you guys say, I want to lose fat and get big and get strong at the same time. Is all this possible? Let me explain. It's a little bit complex. Now, for a few people, it is possible. One of them is a newcomer, someone who's an absolute rookie, never ever been to the gym before. And he's not overly fat, but he's not muscular either. And I'm not going to say he's skinny, he's kind of like in between. I would say 15% body fat. That guy, if he starts the gym and does it right, and he eats the right food, takes the right supplementation, trains the right way, for the first 6 months to a year, that guy can. But this is natural, by the way. This is not steroids and TRT, nothing. Just a natural guy, a newcomer to the gym. He will be able to get strong, lose body fat, and add muscle. Number two, let's take someone like me as an example. Okay, I just quit today. Something happens. I get an injury. I don't know how to address the injury. I don't know what to do, how to work around it. Life hits me hard, and I just stop training. I go into a bit of a downward spiral. I go into a bit of a slump. I start going out and eating crap food, come off my TRT and just, toss it all off. Then all of a sudden I wake up one day and think, do you know what? I want the old me back. Then if I start training, and because I know exactly how to do it, I can always get it back again. I will be able to get stronger, add muscle, and burn fat all at the same time until I reach my peak. Once I reach my peak to where I was before I left off, then obviously I need to pick my goal and focus on that. But for everybody else in between, so you guys have been training a little bit on and off, you've been a bit fat, you've been a bit strong. When you get strong, you get too fat. If you're all in between over here, then it ain't going to work for you, unfortunately. You need to pick a goal, stick to it, and go towards it. Now, majority of people that come to me might think, okay, well, do you know what, actually, Fadi, I've not really trained that much, and I am a little bit fat. I do want to lose weight. So that means I fit into that category? No. And I'll tell you why. Because those people who can do all three together kind of come into a bit of an elite group. Yes. It's not easy to do. It is an elite group. In order to do all three things at the same time, it's very difficult. If you are trying to do that without a coach, impossible. I'm not trying to sell my service. I'm just saying it's very hard to do all three at the same time. So if you're a newcomer to the gym game and you're like, you don't know nothing about the gym and you're trying to go alone or you're trying to do it, somewhat to the point where you just think, oh, do you know what? Time's hit me now. Life's hit me a little bit. I've gone a little bit fat. I want to lose weight. My advice to you is lose weight first. Focus on fat loss. If you get strong in the process, even better. If you add muscle in the process, that's a bonus. Stick to a goal, zone in on that goal, and everything else will fall into place. It's very hard to measure everything. So for example, if you are a guy who needs to lose 20 kg of body fat, if you're training with weights and doing cardio and eating the right amount of food, yes, you're going to lose weight on a scale, but you'll also be adding some muscle mass. Now, you might not know this, and this is the hardest thing to measure because all these scans, these DEXA scans, whatever they are, I don't know. It's all garbage. It's all bullshit. There's nothing out there that's accurate because I'll tell you how inaccurate these things are. I jumped on one of those scan things. It was in the gym and someone said, this is worth £7,000, this machine. You have to take your socks off and get in your boxer shorts and hold this thing. Oh, okay, cool. And this was before a competition. And I'm going to list up my body fat percentage somewhere on the screen here. I'm going to show you the scan. And I think if I'm right, it reads 5%. In fact, you know what? While I'm making this video, I'm going to just quickly read because I've got it saved somewhere. But the body fat percentage, the point is, it was very low. And I thought, yes, I was in shape. I'm actually going to put the pictures on screen now as well of my body fat, what I looked like when I went on this scale. Because it was just around the time before I was starting to compete. It was about 5 or 6 weeks out. So I stayed fairly lean and then I jumped in the show earlier anyway. So technically 3 weeks out. But point is, finished training, had some water, drank a little bit more for liquids, jumped on the scale again, on the same scan again, just to prove it's inaccurate. And I added 2% on body fat. Obviously, I didn't have 2% body fat. The machines aren't accurate, bro. So when people come to me and say, how much percent body fat I was at the gym, I did this test, I'm like, I don't give a shit, bro. Show me a picture, okay? You're not less than 10% because I can't see your abs. So if you're 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 22, 25, I don't give a shit. It doesn't really matter. Point is, you're fat, you need to lose some fat. Simple as. Don't worry about all this other crap. So, if you are adding muscle at the same time, it's very hard to measure how much muscle you're adding. And if you are even adding muscle, so that's why don't worry about it, zone in on one goal at a time. Now, if you want to go the other way and you want to add muscle, you want to get stronger, it's a little bit easier because if you do it when you're leaner, then all you have to do is pick little points in your body. Mine is normally on the inside of my bicep. It's normally on my abs around the right-hand side and the left-hand side, the obliques. And when I look in the mirror, these lines are kind of showing. And as I'm getting stronger and bigger and just eating more and more food, and they start to fade like they're kind of doing right now, I know to pull it back. That's how it works. So you need to be very smart in doing these things. Stick to one goal at a time. Do not try to be the jack of all trades when it comes to this game. Later on in life, yes, you can. If you get to the stage where I'm at, you're not that bothered about getting big or leaner, then just go with the flow. At the minute, I'm wanting to get a little bit bigger, but I haven't even started yet. So the goal is to get a little bigger, and I'm starting to train towards it. I will start lifting heavier weights in another 2 to 3 weeks. I'm smart enough to know, let my body adapt. Even though I've been a powerlifter in the past, I still am going through just 100 kg of bench. And I've been doing 100 kg of bench for months, like literally 3 months. Now my body's adjusted. I'm away from the hot climate. I'm letting my body climatize over here in the UK, even though it's still a little bit hot at the minute, but it's been raining today. You need to give your body time to adjust and let your body know what's happening. And it's the same with fat loss. Don't expect to lose fat straight away. Yes, you're going to lose water weight straight away. You're going to lose that excess glycogen in all your, well, I say muscle stores, but most of you guys who are losing weight have probably got fat. You're going to lose that initial jump, but don't expect everything to come straight away. Take your time. Pick a goal. Be realistic. Hire a coach. Speak to him. If he says 3 months, listen to the guy. Don't try to do what you're going to do in 3 months in 1 month. Listen to somebody who knows more. So there's other guys as well who come to me and they're very big. And some of these guys are strong because they're big, because there's this old saying, weight moves weight. In certain exercises, it does work. The bigger you are, the more weight you can move to a degree. And I'll get them to, and I'll say, yo, bro, you're too fat. You're like 20, 35% body fat. You need to lose some body fat first. They start losing the body fat. The strength starts to decline. As the strength declines, I say, Fadi, I'm getting a little bit weaker. I want to get bigger again. I look smaller. All my glycogen's out, my muscles. What's going on over here, bro? It's a process. You have to stick to it. Once you've then got rid of the excess body fat, then you can start focusing on getting strong again. And when you get strong again the second time round, you will get stronger and look better and add muscle in the process. So that's so much better. Remember, guys, this is a long game. There's no shortcuts in this game. And those people thinking, I'll just take a little bit of steroids, I'll just take a bit of TRT. It don't mean dick when it comes to achieving your goal. You can still achieve your goal naturally. You just won't be as big. You can still achieve your goal naturally. You just won't be as ripped. That's all it is. But when it comes to TRT, 100% I would say take that. Sorry, I should have mentioned the thing I was talking about, to not be as big or to not be as ripped, that's steroids. But when it comes to TRT, 100% take TRT, because let's say, for example, you were doing some cardio and you were doing taxing cardio and it was hurting you a little bit. By taking the steroids, sorry, I messed up again. By taking the TRT, your recovery will be better. Your mood will be better. Your sleep will be better. You won't be as tired. That's the main thing. So you can do more to achieve your goal faster. Hopefully the video wasn't too mumble jumble. The point is, stick to one goal at a time. Hopefully you got some value from this video. Comment down below and please subscribe.